So I recently revisited the Doctor Strange movie, the 2016 one, to prep and hype myself up for Multiverse of Madness. And I noticed a couple of interesting stuff that I think addresses a few common concerns people brought up online with regards to his characterization in Spider-Man No Way Home. So last year when No Way Home came out, I saw a lot of different comments and criticisms on how Doctor Strange was characterized in the movie, particularly during the pivotal wish scene near the start of the movie. It was mostly people saying stuff like, why is Doctor Strange so easily distracted? Isn't he meant to be a very good, if not the best sorcerer on Earth? Why would he ignore Wong's very sound advice/warning? Why was he so reckless as to attempt the spell in the first place? Blah blah blah, you get the idea. And to be honest, this just seems like people forgot what Stephen Strange is really like as a person and how he was introduced to us when we first met him back in 2016. So let's turn back time and go back to his origin movie from 2016 and have a look at a couple of scenes to hopefully remind ourselves of who Stephen Strange truly is. The first time that we meet Stephen Strange is in this scene of him in the middle of performing what seems to be a routine, or at least thoroughly planned and prepped for a procedure, which is his life's work at the time as a world-renowned neurosurgeon and a very delicate action that requires his full and undivided attention, which he doesn't technically give. During the brain surgery, we see that he's very much in his zone, tapping his foot to music, bantering with his colleagues, and even doing a little music trivia, all the while keeping both his hands steady enough to perform the surgery. Then in the next scene, we see him performing a separate procedure on another patient. The difference here is that this patient was unplanned for. It was sprung up on Strange just seconds earlier by Dr. Palmer, so it's a bit more tense and lackluster in preparation. As Strange is about to extract the bullet from the patient's brain, he hesitates as he notices a ticking noise.
Dr. West, cover your watch.
After Dr. West covers his watch, Strange was then able to proceed and successfully completed the extraction. So what's up with that? Why would a consistent low-volume noise distract him, but not loud music or talking even? What makes these two surgeries different? The way I see it is that the difference here is whilst he's done brain surgery procedures many times before, and he could probably do it with one hand behind his back, no one do that please, don't do brain surgery with one hand behind your back, it was the fact that this specific one was a last-minute addition out of nowhere that messes with his mojo. In No Way Home, we learned that Doctor Strange has used
The runes of Kafka.
The runes of Kafka.
Spell successfully in the past from this bit of dialogue.
We've used it for a lot less. Do you remember the full moon party at Kamertage?
Oh, exactly.
It's just that this time around, the last-minute addition and exceptions that Peter requested was too much and it broke the spell. It also didn't help that Peter kept yapping on even after Strange struggled to tell him,
Could you just stop talking?
I hope it's obvious by now how similar this scene and this scene really is. Both featured Strange trying to perform a very delicate, dangerous, high-stress, full concentration mode task, and an annoying person in the same room making noises that distract him. But West listened to Strange, but Peter didn't. The other concern I want to address is about Strange's brashness and recklessness that led him to casting
The runes of Kafka.
The runes of Kafka.
spell in the first place. He was warned by Wong to not cast it as
That spell travels the dark borders between known and unknown reality. It's too dangerous.
which he then proceeds to ignore. As I've mentioned before, we also know that he has successfully used
The runes of Kafka.
The runes of Kafka.
spell before. So there's even more reason for Strange to believe that it's such an easy spell to cast and nothing could possibly go wrong. Let's then have a look at this other scene from the 2016 movie right after his first ever successful sling ringing. Here we see Strange using his newfound magic ability to immediately disobey rules and jump over red tapes that are in place to not only protect himself but also prevent any possible accidents that might incur terrible repercussions. Strange sling ringed into the library, bypassing Wong to get books on astral projection, which Wong won't allow Strange to borrow cause...
You're not ready for that.
Try me, Beyonce.
And later he even goes as far as to mess about with, what was unbeknownst to him at the time, an infinity stone inside of the eye of Agamotto. So Strange seems to have a pattern of behavior that is not only reckless and brash, but he also simply does not seem to listen to any warnings given to him by figures of authority. especially if that figure of authority happens to be Wong. In the MCU, being a great sorcerer is almost akin to being a great neurosurgeon. It's actually one of the reasons why Strange was able to learn sorcery at such a pace and improve so much in so little time. His ability to learn and his dedication to his craft as a neurosurgeon seems to translate almost directly to his training as a characterized sorcerer, as both needs
Study and practice, years of it.
So the bottom line is that the Doctor Strange we see in No Way Home is the same one that we've seen previously in the MCU. He's very particular, impulsive, and egotistical. Sure, you could argue that he's gone through significant character development and that the events of Doctor Strange 2016, Infinity War, and Endgame must have humbled even someone like Stephen Strange. But I think that doesn't really change the person that he is. He's this annoying piece of work that knows he's good at what he does, and just so happens to be one of the most powerful sorcerer of MCU Earth, so people kinda have to listen to him all the time, which feeds into his ego. After all,
Stephen, everything is about you.
So yeah, that's my opinion on why I think Doctor Strange was not acting out of character in No Way Home, as some might suggest. Thanks for watching this video and all my other ones. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, and reach out to me in the comments below, or over on my Twitter @LiminalWaffle if you want to have a chat. Bye!